Hello, welcome to another post-commentary video with my Space Marine 2 gameplay and, another blog for my miniature army that I'm building. And yeah, Dreadnought's done. I'm happy to report to you guys that I've finished the project here with him and I can move on to these Deathwing Knights. So yeah, where should I start with him? If you were following along in the other videos, the biggest and probably the most major hiccup that I had was the legs are a little off. I mean, I followed the build guide in the booklet. I don't know where I went wrong or if that was intentional or how this is actually supposed to come together. But I didn't like that he was kind of off balance, so I took a little level that I always have in my drawer, found out how much he was off, and I just stacked cards on under his foot, his right foot, until he was a little bit more level. Another thing I did not like is, if you build him straight, from the box, he will be, looking up. It looks to me like he's, facing up. Now, this could be a user error when I built the body. I probably didn't balance things out properly. And, if you want him to be a little bit more forward facing or more upright, you need to, figure that out. So I did put some super glue in here just for opposing him, and there is no connection. There was no connection, really, that it could bring this guy together, so that's all there. And I am planning on magnetizing him still, so it's probably a good thing that didn't come apart. That he can come apart. So he's not 100% done, but I am done painting him for now. I do need to do the moot green highlights, and so I guess I'm not done painting him 100%, but this is tabletop ready. He's edge highlighted with Warpstone glow all around. His weapons are done. Everything's got paint where it should need paint, and I don't think anybody would be upset with seeing him on the table in this manner. So I am still working on my minis of the month. Not minis of the month, the 1 million miniature challenge. And technically, I don't know if this counts as more than one mini, but I'm at 20. I had 19 for my combat patrol, and this will be 20. And wouldn't you know it, there's 5 Deathwing Knights, and so my pledge was 25 minis, and I can get that done. But looking at my Dreadnought, I'm pretty happy with the way the low glow came out on the macro plasma incinerator. It took me a couple of times to kind of get those the white scar white, really like hot white. There was a lot of what's the word I'm looking for? Like the coverage wasn't as nice as I wanted it to be, so you can kind of see the grayish black underlayer. So I had to put more and more white scar out there until it was completely white. And then I did a contrast paint blue to kind of give it its glow effect. And so that's how that came. And then I painted back over with white with a dry brush, and then came back over with the blue. And then again, I just did one last like white edge of white scar to try and make it have some this is just the glow effect that I came up with after watching a few videos and trying to replicate that. So yeah, and then if you look at his Gatling chain fist thing, that's done. I saw on the box art it looks like a lot of the metal pieces were weathered with, from what I've seen, Seraphim sepia. So if you look at the macroplasma incinerator, the parts that had pure lead belcher, I put the Seraphim sepia on there to give it like a weathering effect. And then parts that had the black metal, you know, that was just a dry brush. Alright, so if you're looking at the back here, I did do red tubing on the bottom and blue tubing on the top. And that's just because I had paint available for it. And the reason I had blue, and that's the first time I've ever cracked open a pot of blue that wasn't the contrast paint for the macro hellblasters that I painted, the plasma incinerators that I pulled out. And I'm pretty proud of this, but you know, here's the inside of the chassis, all the tubes. I followed the template that was on the box art, so the hazard stripe tubes are the same ones, and then the red is where the red is at. And one thing I did do a little different was the blue tubing that I have in here. Now there's a faint blueness to some of the tubes inside there, the hoses inside the box art. And when I put my only dark blue, or no, not dark blue, but the only blue color I have, it came out a little too dark. And you couldn't really tell it from the black, the other tubes. It was kind of just getting lost. So I ended up brightening up that with the white scar that I had out already. And then I put that blue down so you could really see those blue tubes. So yeah, he's done. He needs a name. I still haven't penciled in a name. You know, some things that were floating around, you know, maybe put an old battle buddy's name for my time in the service. And you know, he's not with us anymore, but you know, he's not forgotten either. And you know, and no disrespect, you know, another name that was tossing around, you know, maybe my dog's name, you know, he was, you know, somebody that I spent a lot of time with. My dog, you know, he was there for me when I got back from Afghanistan, and there was a lot of lonely nights where the missus couldn't be with me because she had work, and so it was just me and my dog, you know, against the world. And so I was thinking of putting his name there too, to, you know, kind of say that he's always there fighting with me. You know, this is kind of what I'm tossing around in my head. But for now, he's nameless. And on the canopy section, I was just gonna put like Mortis, you know, death, or you know, something like that. And then I know the name goes onto the coffin. Yeah, or maybe, you know, lioness like all the other ones. He has no heraldry yet. I do have the upgrade sprues that are for vehicles, so I'm thinking of painting those up and tacking those on. The only problem is I don't know if they'll fit the curvature of his shoulder plates. But other than that, you know, some moot green highlights will get done tonight. You know, it's before I go to bed, and he is done. You know, he's tabletop ready, and he can join my army. So, yeah, appreciate you guys sticking around, and I hope to catch you on the next video. This was a normal mode weekly stratagem, and or daily stratagem. There's nothing really hard about this. You will see that I get beat up by the boss at the end. I don't catch any of his attacks with a parry, and so, you know, luckily this wasn't a hard mode stratagem, because I would have definitely paid for that. Yeah, I'll let you guys go here. Thank you for watching, and hope to see you in the next one.
Detonate the charges now. Protect our work. Clarification requested. The swarm would go feral without their connection to the hive mind, but their focus is still on the relay. Reports confirm the Lieutenant's assessment. Enemy cohesion still in full effect. That beast is not yet dead.
Confirmed.
We can hold this position, Lords. We'll keep the swarm off your...
The target is still struggling under that wreckage.
Reloading ammunition. Acquired additional resources. Let us relieve the hive giant of its life. Pursue and eliminate. We will not have a better opportunity to finish it off. Affirmative. Brother, adjust your ocular module. Incoming spore mines confirmed. No lines of fire.
Continue pursuit. Follow me through.
Talassa, report.
Pursuing quarry.
Talassa, you cut out.
Lieutenant! Lord! Our Fox link is out. We must be nearing the relay. Maintain squad cohesion. Continue pursuit.